Yes, my name is Dickson Masindano. I'm from Kenya, and I work for an organization called Bakna Kenya. I work there as the CEO of the organization. We are operating in Kenya for the last about 21 years, and we've been specifically working among the community in changing the life of the vulnerable children and families. Bakna Kenya is an organization specifically that works among the vulnerable children and the communities, families specifically, changing and empowering families so they can take care of their children. And so we are involved in the life of empowering communities in terms of their financial aspect, and mostly we encourage them to run small businesses, agricultural businesses, other businesses that they are good at, so that they can utilize the resources to raise their families. And so the reason why specifically I'm here is because a lot of the people or the clients that we work with are agricultural based. They are small scale farmers. And so we have been looking for a way of trying to improve specifically the productivity of their land, which has continued for years now going down in terms of their output. And so I'm here to learn the new techniques that can help improve the productivity and also sustain their soils. And so when I read about this through a friend who invited me to come over here, I think it was very encouraging to know that there can be a way using the same piece of land that they have, that they can they can go on produce more food for themselves for sustainability, and also have some to sell, and at the same time maintain the fertility of their land. So that's exactly why I'm here, to try and learn some new techniques on how I can go and help them.
Okay, that's amazing. So far, how are you seeing the training? Is it helpful? What are your major highlights of the training?
Yeah, this is really helpful because a lot of things we have taken for granted, particularly in terms of maintaining the fertility or the content of the soil. I've learned a lot of things. I knew that, I had learned in school about mulching, but not to this level. And also I have lived knowing that the only way you can do planting of crops is through digging the land. But what I've learned here, that you don't need to dig the virgin land. You can still plant crops, grow and harvest a lot without necessarily digging the land. And so there's a lot I've learned here in terms of just improving every product, particularly how to perfectly, or is it with excellence, do your work on the land and get enough with a small piece of land without wastage, as we have always done amongst our clients in my country. And so a lot that I have learned here today, and the days I've been here, is actually getting things done on time. Preparation, what goes into preparation, and also using the right methods of farming that also glorifies God in the long run. And lastly, this aspect of mingling, putting God in the things that we do, and the relationship between God's creation and the gift that He has given us, the gift of land. I had not for a long time seen that relationship. And so here today I am, and I'm learning a lot about that, and actually a lot of reference in the Bible and so I'm learning well. I think that's very, very important. It's amazing because I've taken that for granted for a long, long time. I know that this is our piece of land and we can just do what we want with it and get the best out of it. But now I'm seeing a certain structured way of how God wants us to utilize this piece of land for His own glory. And so that has been very important to me.
Right. Thank you so much. So what are your plans when you go back to your organization, to the community that's surrounding you, or even to your family?
I came along with my colleague who is particularly involved into what we normally call community business initiative. And so we are going to, first, like for me, who is the leader of that organization, I will want to see how this is going to fit into our vision and mission as an organization. Then sit together with my team and see how we can incorporate it into our strategic plan as an organization. And even as we want to move out and see how we can empower the communities around us, we want to have some kind of demonstration plot on our program. And because I know that a lot of people, seeing is believing. And so hitting out there to go and train people without showing them like the way I've seen today, it could be a bit difficult for us. And so we want to do something on our own program where we can use it as a sample to show people how we did it and why it's like that. Then we can begin slowly, little by little, moving into the community to spread the gospel or spread the message.